Hi, today's Love for AP's episode doesn't actually have a bike in it. Today we're going to be talking about JIS or jizz and why your bike's absolutely covered in jizz. Because JIS stands for Japanese Industry Standard. It's a standard in Japan, as the name suggests, that covers absolutely every mechanical procedure and specification you can imagine, going right from how to fit double glazing to circlips, E-clips, screws and bolts. I've already mentioned before about the B-type bolt with a sunken head, or you can call it an upraised edge. Now that's a B model one, an M8 B model. This is the standard as used on Suzuki's. This one in particular, with a pointed end, is a rear seat stroke fender or mudguard, if you're English, bolt. The reason it's pointed is because you're going through two separate loose entities into the frame, and it's extremely difficult to line up. Now this is a standard metric bolt. Now if we can try to get them next to each other, let's see if this works. You can see they're a different size. Although they've got the same thread, they're both M8s. This being the JIS has a 12mm across flats, and this being a standard metric is a 13mm across flats. Now up until the M6, all the metric and JIS bolts are the same. Now this is a log with a bolt diameter. The bolt diameter is the thread diameter. That's not a 13mm bolt, as some people call it. It's an M8 bolt. Now, as you can see, we've got across flats on the JIS, the metric, and the ISO, which is slightly different and used on a lot of European vehicles. As you can see, the 4mm is the same all the way across. The 5mm is the same all the way across. The 6mm is the same all the way across. 7mm only appears to be available in metric. 8mm, which is what these are. JIS is 12mm across flats. Metric and ISO is 13. On the 10mm, the JIS is 14mm. The metric is 17. The ISO is 16. On the 12mm, JIS is 17, metric is 19, ISO is 18. And on the 14, JIS is 19 across flats, metric is 22, and the ISO is 21. Now then we go on to screws. There are a few different types of screws, but on the Japanese bikes they use JIS, which is this one. It has a smaller head than the standard metric, and again the posi drive. Now if we look at them this way, I'm hoping you can see the difference. The JIS has a smaller head than the Phillips. The posi drive, although with the same size head, it takes a different screwdriver, and you can see that you can identify the posi drive by the little dashes. You see the little dashes around the screw head? Now again, They correspond in size, just like the normal bolts. On a 5mm thread, the JIS has an 8mm head. The Phillips has a 9.5mm head. On the 6mm screw, the JIS has a 10mm head and the Phillips a 12mm. You also find that the JIS has a finer thread after you've passed an 8mm diameter bolt. Previous to that, they're all the same. Now, this gets into a little bit of an argument between engineers and people that do drawings. Because as far as drawings go, if you just state M8 as a thread size, that has a specific pitch. You don't need to state the pitch. It should be internationally recognised as a certain pitch. I believe on the M8 it's 1.25. But on the M10, I think it's again 1.25, being a finer thread than the metric M10, which I believe is a 1. I could have those back to front or round the case, but that's a guide as to what they do. It's not an easy thing to actually get your head around. Many people for years have been calling an M8 bolt a 13mm bolt because it takes a 13mm spanner, but in no way is that the case. Well, I hope that hasn't been too boring and mixy up for you. But we'll be back to the bike soon as I've got a few more parts arrived. I've got a few pieces that I need to go over, but I can't complete anything because on every item I wanted to do a video on, I've got one piece missing. But they should be arriving soon. Okay, well, I hope that helps, and see you soon.